Today's horoscope, Pisces October 2nd, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today's transits favor activities and pursuits that help you rejuvenate emotionally, and mental activities or conversations can be powerful. Verbal exchanges can be touching or helpful. Experimenting with and exploring ideas refreshes you. Your interest in unusual pleasures can figure strongly. Conditions are favorable for communicating with more ease. At the same time, aim to take it easy and perhaps save important launches for another day when decision-making is clearer. A solar eclipse occurs tomorrow, and today's energies are that of an end of a cycle, a time for reflection and review rather than for pushing ahead with new endeavors. You could feel like your nerves are being fried at this time. That's because eclipse season has been roaring like a titan from the heavens. Eclipse season brings shifts upon your path and triggers events that you may have thought were months, perhaps years down the road into your immediate grasp. On the one hand, this can be joyous and magnificent as you're ready to step through the door and embark into the newfound territory. However, it can also bring fear and anxiety, especially if there are emotional endings that happen suddenly and out of thin air. You cannot expect much from others if you are unsure or unclear yourself. Reflect on what you want before refining your professional commitments when the moon in Virgo opposes Neptune retrograde in your sign. There might be a desire to set forth boundaries and expectations with your working relationships. You may also want to firm up on plans, obligations, and contracts. However, it would help if you were clear about what you want before asking for something. Take your time to consider your needs, desires, and goals before tackling the nitty-gritty details of your commitments. Busy times can be distracting, so take care to slow down your mind when you are making decisions. Concentrate on pacing yourself while things around you speed up. To help stay grounded in your emotions, try doing yoga twice a week. Focus on breathing deeply, expanding your lungs with the regular breaths and stimulating the circulation of fresh blood to your vital organs. This kind of TLC will make you feel and look radiant at any time. This day marks the beginnings of a good period for you and those close to you, my friend. You will be animated by a powerful vibration to communicate. So, you could be coming to the end of a sort of effective no man's land that has been working on you for a while. You may also meet new people, but if you don't, your existing relationships will be consolidated at the very least. Whether it is a friendly aspect between Saturn and Pisces and Mars in a playful and creative part of your chart now, or another between Saturn and Venus in an adventurous part that will peak over the weekend, this alignment is personally empowering. It energizes the playful, creative, and adventurous sides of life. No matter how busy you are, this opportunity should not be taken for granted. Already there are hints of an explosion of potential across income, work, and career fronts that will start having an impact in less than 3 weeks. Now is the time to put in the effort to achieve the right balance between work and play. Because the moon returned to your relationship sector so soon after the Sun and Mercury left last week, there was no sudden drop-off or shift away from your relationships. However, when the moon leaves tomorrow, there will be no more cosmic focus on your relationships until it returns in 4 weeks, making it important to remain emotionally engaged and aware today, and especially of any strong emotional responses. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon enters Libra at the start of a new month, it's the perfect time to ask yourself, how can you regain balance and find peace in your life? Libra's energy invites us to seek emotional harmony and create a sense of equilibrium in our hearts and minds. So, what brings you that sense of peace? Perhaps it's confiding in a close friend, spending time with a loved one, or diving into a hobby that makes your soul sing. It could even be something as simple as taking a quiet moment for yourself, away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Whatever it is, this is your gentle reminder to focus on what helps you feel mentally, spiritually, and emotionally aligned. Have you noticed how much better you feel when you make time for the things that truly nourish your spirit? Maybe it's a favorite pastime that you haven't indulged in for a while, or perhaps it's just sitting in silence and reflecting. Life has a way of pulling us in a million directions, but today, you're being encouraged to slow down and reconnect with what brings you peace. This sense of self-confidence and clarity is a beautiful gift of the current cosmic alignment. But here's something to keep in mind. Sometimes, when we feel empowered, we can come across as overly confident or even a little arrogant without meaning to, of course. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you were sure you had the best solution, but in pushing that belief, you unintentionally rubbed others the wrong way? It's all too easy to forget that even when we're sure we're right, there's always value in listening to others' perspectives. The energy right now is about balance, not just within yourself but in how you relate to others. Being modest and diplomatic can help you avoid unnecessary conflicts. Even if your ideas are spot on, adopting a more collaborative approach can turn potential friction into productive discussions. So, instead of questioning everything around you, take a step back and let your natural charm and tact guide you toward more harmonious outcomes. Speaking of harmony, if you've been feeling tense or irritable lately, it's a good idea to check in with yourself and your emotions. Do you feel like your patience has been running thin, or maybe you've been overreacting to minor annoyances? It happens to the best of us. Have you ever noticed that when you're stressed, even the smallest things can feel overwhelming? Sometimes, we unknowingly project our inner tension onto those around us, which only adds to the strain in our relationships. But here's the catch: sometimes, clarity requires a pause before action. Have you ever rushed into something the moment it felt right, only to realize later that you could have taken a more thoughtful approach? Don't be afraid to take a step back, even if it feels like you're moving in reverse. Reassessing old plans or revisiting past decisions can be exactly what you need to set yourself up for greater success. Remember, stepping back isn't a setback, it's a way to ensure you're heading in the right direction with full confidence. If you've noticed a bit of tension building in your relationships lately, maybe some disagreements or a sense of friction, this is the perfect moment to dial it back and aim for quality over quantity in your interactions. Think about it. When was the last time a heated debate left you feeling truly satisfied or closer to the other person? More often than not, it just leads to frustration on both sides. The Sun and Mercury in Libra are gently encouraging you to prioritize diplomacy and harmony. Instead of pushing your point or trying to win the argument, try listening with an open heart. Seek common ground and approach discussions with a mindset of collaboration rather than competition. Have you ever had a moment where simply pausing to listen helped you resolve a conflict more easily than you expected? When you approach conversations with patience, you create space for understanding, and that's when real progress is made. So, as you navigate the day, think about how you can bring more balance into your interactions. Whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues, try to lead with empathy and openness. This not only strengthens your relationships but also fosters an atmosphere where everyone feels heard and valued. How are you feeling today? Have you experienced any moments of clarity or a sense of balance starting to return? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Drop a comment below and share what brings you peace or how you're working to create harmony in your life this month. Let's support each other on this journey.